Hey Danielle, it's your 15-minute reading. We're going to do a couple different decks here for you. And I'll kind of explain as we go. So I like to get a couple cards first before I start going into detail. All right, so first up, you've got Mirror Labyrinth. So this one is illusions and reflections. Who are you trying to fool? When you turn your back in the mirror, there's someone still looking at you. And then you got Black Cat, Grace Mystery and Psychic Abilities. So that one is referring to you do have your own psychic abilities. So whenever you want to try to tap in, the best way is to ground your energy. So just get comfy, find a seat on your couch, in your bed, whatever you want, and just imagine parts of you, like either your back if you're laying down or your feet if you're sitting up right up, and imagine like little roots or suction cups grounding into Gaia. And when you do that, you'll start to feel tingling go up your legs and you'll feel it on your knees. That's when you know you're really tapped in. So this one is Necromancer, but it was in reverse. It says, amidst the whispers of the dead where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. So there's something that has ended in your life and basically you're not ready to move on from it. They want you to go ahead and basically put it to rest with the mummy here. Between the ancient past and the modern world, is there any place where I belong? So you don't feel like you really belong in your current surroundings. That's just your soul's way of letting you know that it's time to move on from it. Whether it be a relationship, a career, just any part of your life. On the back of the deck, you do have Labyrinth. So this is just literally going through the twists and turns of your subconscious, which is basically your personal growth and transformation and letting go of things that no longer serve you. Let's actually get some more cards. Okay. So next up we have the Gorgon. The monster they fear now I've become, still seeking the revenge for my cold heart of stone. So there's something that in your heart space that you're holding on to that is keeping you from opening up. Because there's something that wants to come in, but you're too afraid to let them in. This one is Mystic Swamp. Deep, dark waters, our reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. So the person you're seeking, you have to go within yourself in order to find who you're looking for. Because right now you're not doing that because that one's in the reverse. Lantern. It's guidance, illuminates hope. So definitely be hopeful. Things will be illuminated to you the more you go within your heart space. And abandoned carnival. What once was vibrant remains now silenced and still. This place held laughter even now no one could believe. Where in yourself do you feel have you abandoned? Has anybody abandoned you? Have you abandoned yourself? Like, the memories will start coming back to you as I'm kind of talking. So, like, whatever your mind is picturing, just go along with that. That's the information that they are giving you. So, on the back of the deck for this one, we've got intention, alchemy, manifestation, but it was in the reverse. So once you alchemize that energy, you'll be able to guide yourself through the different storms that are coming about. Because right now there's a demon energy and the fear of regret that is hanging amongst the from the ashes and flames. All right, let's move on to another deck, which will help explain from the stuff in the first deck. And I promise I will let this go over a little bit for you, because this is my first reading and I'm doing a lot of ums and stuff and letting you see the shuffle. So sometimes that happens too. Cards like to fall on the floor. Ooh, okay. All right, so the one that fell on the floor is inner child healing. So there's stuff from your childhood that has wounded you to your self-love, which is keeping you from finding your true love. Because if you don't have enough self-love, how can you be able to love somebody else the same way? And I like I felt a little bit of a throat chakra blockage there. So there's something that you're not being able to speak your truth of. And once you're able to start speaking your truth and actually like not sugarcoat, like you don't really have to sugarcoat it, but like say it in a way where people understand where you're coming from. Like don't ever put the blame on somebody else. Always say I, because this is how you feel. This is not necessarily how they feel. It's how you feel. And just watch their responses and their answers, and hopefully things will come about. So this one is cold and control. So silent, observing, hiding, feelings, secretive, blocking, emotions, mask. So, and because this was in the reverse, there's some sort of blocking of emotions that are not being expressed about your feminine energy. Your intuition, your nurturing, creativity, wounded, insecure, victim. Maybe you feel like you're a victim in maybe you feel like you have been a victim in something and you have not spoken about this. This is actually really weighing on your heart. I know how complicated this can be. You don't have to talk to anybody physical. You can talk to God, your ancestors. They are all listening and they are willing to help take the help to you to transmit and to feel all the emotions that are coming through. Because once you start letting all this emotions go, you'll feel so much lighter and happier just within yourself. And this is actually preventing you from being able to open yourself up to new experiences, new things, new everything. Okay, so next up is belief system facade, and it's in the reverse. This is conditioning, expectations, conformity, evaluating long-held beliefs, awakening. So once you start to awaken to the masks and where you put on a mask for everyone else to try to like people please or like have this own personified, and just be who you are. Like, don't worry about how other people think that you're coming across. Worry about how you think you're coming across. Romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, and offer. This was in the reverse. So you're not going to have any offers coming your way as far as love is concerned, because there's some karma that you need to balance out before you can come into this, because otherwise you're just going to try to control it and you'll basically self-sabotage it, and it won't be able to stick. On the back of the deck, we've got Moon in the reverse. So this is all your subconscious emotions, fears, deceits, things that aren't what they appear. They will start to be shown to you. They will be illuminated in the dark. So, like when there's a full moon and like you can see everything in the dark, basically you're going to start seeing them. So like just start looking for the lights. They'll pop up in your reality and they'll be noticeable. Don't worry. They will be noticeable. Next up was the strength, but it was in the reverse. Don't be afraid to open up your heart chakra, because you know what the best person who can protect yourself is yourself. And when you hold those boundaries up, they will actually help you out way more in the long run. And you'll have to figure out with your spirit guides what those are, because there are things that you think you want, but then you actually don't want. So those things will actually start being illuminated to you as well. All right, let's do one more deck. Okay, so once you start following the Fool's path and transmuting your pain, this is usually done through the spiritual narcolepsy. So that's basically meditation. You can be in your shower, you can literally be driving and just thinking of different things and just kind of like follow your intuition. Whatever you feel in your body, listen to that. Your body is always talking to you. It's always trying to protect you. It's always trying to tell you stuff. This is the unmarked trail, which you are afraid to go down. Once you turn it right side up and start following that path, then you'll be able to be in your power, and you'll start using it for the good, which will bring about joyful inspirations. Trust me, you'll start loving life. The only way to do this is through forgiveness. This is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, because others, they know not what they do because they are all asleep. And once you start awakening to the things, then you'll be able to start seeing where people are, where their blockages basically are. They said they want you to start diving down deep into this task through meditation and stillness in order to move out of stagnant energy. And this is something that you have to do by yourself to remove the obstacles. And there will be a waiting period where the ego will fall and you start surrendering to the higher power. So this is a good thing. I have only been on this and continued to want to go on this path because it has brought me everything good in my life. So part of this is going in here, part of it's not. So you had choices in there, consequences, and stranger curiosity. Basically the choices that you make in life will lead you down one pathway or the other. There's going to be several forks in the road, and you will have to make a choice to either continue going down the path that you're on or to stay right where you are. I continue to go down the path. This is just what I decided to do. You can go down part of the path and decide if you like it, continue it. If not, then you can stay right where you are. And everything's perfectly fine with it. Everybody has free will. So don't feel obligated to go one way or the other. And of course, the disowned self, so that's the ego death. And once you have the ego death, you start to surrender. And you'll actually start finding your soul tribe and people that are supposed to be in your life and who will actually give back to you the stuff that you've been secretly wanting. So they're definitely stressing to try to dive deep into this task. If you have any questions, feel free to text me. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks. Bye.